So here I have my workstation. I have some tissues in case I'm gonna need them. This is my measuring cup. It's also where I'm gonna mix my resin. I like this because it's silicone, so whenever I have leftover, a few drops, it'll dry and I can easily get rid of it. I'm gonna use this to mix it up. And here is my mold. But first we need gloves. There's 2 of them, and the respirator. I'm also kind of just eyeballing the measurements, but I'm thinking 50 of each should be enough. The half. My mold has gone missing. Oh wait, it's right here. No, I think 50 will be good for the whole thing because I'm only doing half of it. I'm gonna do 25 and 25 of each. So it's gonna be halfway of each. A and B solution. I am loving this brand of resin. I got it on Amazon and it's so much better than the brand I was using before. This one does not bend after it's done. The previous video I did on resin, it was the marble effect, and that one I did a year ago and it's still bending. This one I already finished the coasters and it's perfect, not bending at all. So I love this brand. I'll put a link down below. So for the gold one, I really like the one on the left, but it's a little bit too dark. So I'm gonna mix this with a little bit of the lighter gold. Just a tiny bit right there. That's good. And I hate it when the mica powder goes on the wall, so I'm kind of just trying to fold it in, but you know, sometimes it does get on the wall and it's fine. That's why I really like this tool, and with this one I can pretty much scrape it off. And I also notice whenever I'm adding mica powder to my ready resin, there's not as many bubbles as normally. Of course, there's gonna be some, so I use a heat gun to get the bubbles out. And here's my mold. So I totally underestimated this mold. I thought I can do like a half and half, but it kept pouring out on the leg part. So I didn't want to pour it in and then accidentally get some of the resin on the other side. So I just started spooning it in. Just spoon it in, and this way I had more control. I was also panicking a little bit, so I was not paying attention to the camera. See, on the legs, it kind of just, it wanted to pour out. So this was definitely not what I planned, but it's okay. I did not use all my resin, so whenever I have leftovers, I have these smaller molds, and I always put it in there. And then I had even more leftovers, so I made coasters. That's gonna be a separate video. Here, next day, I made again 50, 25, and 25 resin, and I'm putting this kind of silvery black mica powder in it. It's not completely black, so it has like a slightly, like very, very, very dark silver, and I love how it turned out. I think the mica powders, I got them in a set. So here's the gold. This is next day and it's all dried up, but it also dries very fast, this resin. So I love this resin. It's so much easier to work with than the other one. It dries a lot faster, but it does not bend. So that's what I was loving. Just pour it all the way to the top, and then the last bit I had to scrape out. So this was a perfect measurement for this one. Just scrape this remaining out, and that I left overnight. Next day, let me get these out of the way. I'm doing multiple things at once because I find it's so much easier to do multiple of resins at once, plus the ones that you see on the coaster here, I was literally just doing from leftovers. So here is my body. If it's like this on top, it's fine because I'm gonna shave it. Well, it's not a good term. I like how this effect came out. This is not exactly what I was going for, but yes. Whew. It's a little bit, not the easiest thing to do right now. It's coming, slowly, but coming. Almost. There's definitely a struggle. And I am making this for my neighbor. She says she wants one. And I have resin, lots of it. So I ordered this on Amazon and now I'm making this. There it is. I'm gonna move the camera in a bit and then show you how this turned out because it came out so beautiful. So this is the final result. It looks so beautiful. I'm loving the strokes of the silver in the back and also how the shoulder part turned out. I think it looks stunning. It's not what I was going for. I was trying to do a half and half, but I underestimated the mold and this is how it turned out accidentally, and I prefer this so much more. I love it. I think it's beautiful. The colors are so good. This is what it looks like in natural light. Very shiny. I do have a little bit of bubbles in the bottom, but otherwise the shimmer on it is absolutely stunning. No bubbles in the top, so that's good. It came out really good.